Hello everyone. Welcome back to another video. Uh, I thought I'd go outside for a change of pace because, you know, staying inside all day kind of makes me feel tired and I don't know, the vibe just was not that great. Mm. But, I actually really like the outdoor a lot, right? Because I'm really used to staying inside and just working on homework and then preparing food to go to the gym. But you know, having the sun hit your face kind of nice. Like there's this really warm, like almost energizing feeling. Like whenever I'm outside, I'm never tired, right? I always complain about, you know, oh, I have no energy at all. Like I want to go take a nap, right? Oh my God, I'm so lazy to get this done. Like all you gotta do is go outside. So tough. Anyways, sorry about that. Uh, but onto the topic of the video that I want to talk to you guys about is that life. Life just needs to be all sunshines and rainbow. Because when I was younger, like a couple years ago, I think when I was in high school, right? I was like a scrawny, short, ugly Asian kid, and because you tend to treat people who look a lot uh, better, right, than the people who you consider ugly, right? So I was one of the kids who were like the pick of the litter for targeting of bullying, and people would just make these backhanded jokes about me and all that stuff, and that really got to my head. Like I was depressed for a while. It got into the point where I was considering, you know, if you know what I mean. And I remember very vividly, right, during those time. Sorry about that. I remember being like, "Oh, I'm so depressed. No one understands how I feel right now. Oh, don't talk to me. Some emo shit." And I thought I thought I was different from everybody because I had all this struggle and all that, and I was all in my head. And looking back at it now, being a little older, that did nothing for me, you know? Like all I could really do with that now is just tell you guys about it and reflect upon the old times, right? But the ROI of that, it was zero. Nothing good came about it. Sorry. Nothing good really came about it. Now thinking back at it, if it actually didn't really help you with your life all that much, then what is the point of being negative? You just feel bad about yourself. You start to get very cynicis, uh right? Then you start to go into a bunch of vices, and then, even if you want to start something, right, whenever you start something as a beginner, right, there's a huge mountain to climb in order to become even competence at whatever it is that you want to do, right? You look at that mountain and you think to yourself, right? Ah, shit, is there really any point? I gotta show up every day. I gotta do this thing for hours and then hours at a time. There's no point. Even if I get good, I'm probably not gonna get paid for it that well. I'm talking about hobbies. For example, let's say the guitar, right? People always say that, trying to become a musician, a guitarist is it's just a dream, right? It's very hard. The odds are just all against you. And someone's gonna look at that and they're gonna think to themselves, oh shit, if that's the case, I might as well not try. There's no point. I might as well get a job, at least I'll get paid for that. Um, but then the problem with that is that you just spend all of your life at work, and then you never really build any skill or leave a legacy for yourself. You know, I've I've met a lot of people who have had that very similar mindset to life, where they're like, oh, I just want to get a job, you know, and then I just want to like build a family and then just like die, you know. And I asked them, don't you want to build anything more? And the answer is always like, yeah, but like there's always risks involved, right? I don't think I'm like that type of person, you know. I just want to stay comfortable. Like my life is already good enough. Thinking negative thoughts won't really help with anything in life. Like I know it sounds really corny, but like you need to be all jolly and rainbow. Life is all sunshines and rainbow, right? And when you get all jolly and rainbow, everyone's gonna look at you weird. Like, why is this guy so jolly for? Like, oh my god, he's so performative. Like, that shit's so corny, bro. But seriously, now think about this shit, okay? Think about this. If you're all sunshines and rainbow, then your life is going to continue towards a path so that it genuinely becomes all sunshines and rainbow, right? Because if you're happy all the time, then you're gonna wanna do things more. You're more excited to wake up, get things done, right? And the only way that you're gonna build your life is if you take action, like every day, small little action, and then it compounds. And then eventually, in 3 years, you look back, you're like, holy shit, I don't know, if you're trying to become a millionaire, oh my God, I'm a multi-millionaire now. I have my dream body, you know, I have a girlfriend, I'm living in like a high-rise apartment, right? And the best part about all this is that you feel good all the time, right? You feel good all the time, and then also anything that you do, you just have like an optimistic mindset, right? Like you're doing it for the sake of doing it, instead of, oh shit, I gotta have discipline, I gotta work hard, I have to suffer. Suffering is necessary. I have to suffer through this every day for 3 years, and then um, when I eventually get to that, I'll know I earned it. But then the problem with that is you're going for the end instead of, oh, sorry, you're working for the ends instead of just working for the means, right? Like working, am I geeking? Hold on, let me try to phrase this properly, right? You're working and all you're thinking about is the ends, right? You don't want to do the work, but you do it solely for the end. But instead, what you could be doing is that you show up every day and then you work for.
About that. So my phone genuinely just died on me. Apparently the device got too hot and then the camera just shut off. But anyways, back to the video, right? The world revolves around action, right? And you can't just think every day that you're above the world, right? If you think you're above the world, then the world's never gonna give anything to you, right? Because you think that you're gonna be handed all these things automatically, but that's just not how it works. Instead, right, you need to think that the world does not revolve around you. You're like insignificant. But in your mind, right, in your mind, you need to think that you're genuinely that guy, right? You're genuinely that guy who can put in all of the action that is needed for the world to reward you, the things that you deserve, right? It's like equivalent exchange, you know? You need to humble yourself, but also at the same time, have so much self-confidence in yourself and be jolly happy all the time, and just be happy and excited to be able to actually, do the things that you need to do, right? Discipline is only needed when you don't enjoy the work itself, right? That's why there's this saying that is like, if you enjoy your job, you'll never have to work a day in your life. That's true. I know it's corny. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. I know it's corny as shit, but it's true. Everyone is like looking for shortcut. It's like natural, you know? We don't wanna work, put in all this work and all this BS, right? We just want the actual ends. But please, you need to like change the way your brain thinks, right? Consistency and action. The only way to do that is to be happy with the work and thereby happy with your life, you know? Anyways, that's all I wanted to yap about. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.